This conference will now be recorded.
Hey, hi everyone. Is it audible to all?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Sujit.
And able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, the double perspective.
Yes.
Okay. What we discussed in the last session, quickly.
We discussed
Flows and
about the
subflows.
flow
Yeah, one person.
and how to
Yeah, yes, Sushmita,
invoke
please
the
go ahead.
flows from other flow.
Yeah, please continue. Please continue. Yes, Sushmita, please continue.
How to invoke flow from other flow. Yeah.
Okay.
Am I audible?
Now it is audible. Yeah, tell me.
Hello.
Yes, yes, it is audible. Please go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. We discussed about the flows and how to invoke the flows. Yeah. How to invoke the flow by using flow reference, and we discussed about different types of flows: main flow, private flow, subflow, and
Okay.
we discussed about what is a parent flow and what is a child flow, and also like we discussed about error handling, like how to catch the errors in the flow, in the parent flow or in the child flow.
No, I didn't talk about how to catch the exception. I just talked about how the flow works if I get any exception, right?
Okay.
There is a difference. How to catch the exception is different, and how the flow works is a different, right? That's great. No problem. Yeah. Any other topic we missed yesterday from yesterday?
The scope of the flow. So it was at the project level.
Very good.
So,
Okay. Yeah. What else? Scope of the flow reference. Basically, you mean to say scope of the flow reference, correct?
yes. Yeah.
Yeah. What else?
And the execution sequence. So when
Okay.
a subflow is called, how the sequence is maintained, and then the parent flow.
Okay. Only in a subflow level? Is there any private flow or at the private flow level also? Is it the same?
From the parent to the child. Yeah. But so it can be anything. So
Yeah. Great. Yeah. What else? We discussed about the Maven. Yes. Did we discuss about the Maven yesterday? I have given outline of a Maven project. Yes. No.
That was day before yesterday.
That is the day before yesterday. Sorry. Multiple batches. I'm getting confused. Sorry. Okay. Another batch. I think so. I have given that update. Okay. That's fine. Now, today we are going to talk about a first module. We'll understand what is a module, how we can add a module to the project. So first we are going to start with the Java module, right? Java module. That's why I asked everyone to go ahead with some Java concept. That is the assignment which I given yesterday. How many of you completed? How many of you are aware of what is the class, what are the methods present in it and everything? Basic stuff. I'm not required to write a class. For understanding purpose, how many of you are aware?
I'm okay, Sujit.
Yeah, we are aware.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm
Shrikant,
aware of it.
Sushmita, okay. Who else? Only three.
Yes, Sujit, we know.
Kiran, okay. Okay. Since I have few hand raises here for the Java, let me go ahead and talk about that. What is a class? What is a class?
The set
It's like an
variables
object
and the member
constructor.
functions.
Set of variables and the
Member functions.
methods. Basically, in Java, we'll call
Methods,
that method.
Methods.
Right? Okay. It consists variables and methods. Okay, that's fine. But what is a class? What are the things we can call as a class?
Like it is defined as a template, like which can describe the behavior of the object.
Very good. Behavior means methods.
Methods.
Right? Okay, it's a template. You said the template, correct? Very good.
Yeah.
What else?
It's like a object constructor.
No. No. What else we can call?
Blueprint.
What else? Blueprint, template. See why I'm telling these basic stuff also, because we have people from different backgrounds. They also need to understand. Guys who are not aware of what is a class and what is the methods. Okay, this session will help in order to understand about a Java module also. Straight away, if I explain about a Java module, I mean you may not able to understand. That's why I'm giving some basic stuff in class, methods, objects, and all. So based on that concept, you can work on the Java module. That will be easiest way, right? So please participate. So class is nothing but a template, blueprint. What else? Can I call that as a data structure?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can you please name few data structures, existing data structures?
Linked list.
RDMS. Queue, stack, link,
Yeah. Trace.
array.
Or these are the data structures. Can I call my class as a data structure? Yes, but who is defining that? You, user. So user defined data structure. Yes, correct? Okay. Okay, few people said that it contains variables and methods. We are not discussing about the variables, not required. So methods. How many types of methods we have in a class?
Static and non-static methods.
Okay, static. Any other? Only static and non-static? Any other?
Public and private.
No. Purposefully I asked this
No,
question.
those are
Abstract.
Those are the access specifiers. Okay. To avoid this confusion, only I asked the question. Okay. There are two types of methods. That's fine. Basically, static and a non-static methods.
Non-static.
Right? How can we identify whether it is static method or non-static method? Assume that I have a method called get all employees.
Yeah, if it has
And
a
I have a
keyword.
method called get employee by name. I have two methods. How can we identify whether it is static or non-static?
Yeah, if it has a static keyword.
in
Static
front of it.
Starting.
Yeah.
Starting with
My
static.
JVM is understand. It will understand it's a static method by using the keyword. One of the keyword out of how many keywords we have in a Java? Around 52, or I mean I'm also not aware of that exactly. Around 52. Out of that, static is one of the keyword, right? So if you're not writing anything before this method signature, then can you call this as a non-static method, right?
Yes.
My JVM will understand that it's a non-static method. That's great. Okay, two types of methods. Now, how to invoke a static method?
With the
Assume
class
that,
name.
1 second. I assume that we are creating one class, okay, of what type of a class it is. It's an employee class. Assume employee class has structure. I have two methods, as I said. Static method with get all employees, and it's have a block of a code. It will return some value. And non-static method get employee by name, which will take some input argument. Accordingly, it will execute some block of a code. It will return some value, right? Now, how we can call this static method?
Employee dot get all employees.
Employee directly by using a class name employee dot get
All employees.
all employees. If we have multiple static methods, after writing a dot, automatically it will refer all the methods,
All the
static
method
methods in that particular class, right? Okay, that is the first one. How to invoke a non-static method?
Create an object of class and then call it.
First, we need to follow some steps. What are the steps? Yeah,
Create a class object.
create an object. Can I call that as an instance?
Yes.
Instance, yes.
Okay. What else?
Then object dot method.
Um, so object means what?
The
Yeah,
instance.
allocate memory to that object.
variable. Can I take that object into some variable? In Java, we'll call
Yes.
that as what?
Yes.
Object
Object reference.
reference, right? In other language, they will call it as address, right? Okay. Then by using the object's reference, we can invoke a non-static method. Yes or no? Right?
Yes.
Now, can you please tell me why is the difference? For static methods, why directly class name? For non-static methods, why we need to follow all these steps?
Is the scope of the
Okay, I will
scope of
tell
the
in a
method.
very simple language, very layman language. Try to understand. Remaining guys, this is not for who are I mean experts in Java. This is the very basic stuff I'm explaining for others. See, everything is the memory behind the scenes. Agree? Of course,
Yes.
there are number of partitions in a memory. Like class will be loaded into which memory? Yes. Classes will be loaded into which memory? There are
Hash
something like method area, stack area, heap area, right? I
heap.
just don't want to confuse you with all these memory allocations. Assume that it's a memory, right? Whenever you try to run a class, class will be loaded into the memory, right?
Yes.
Along with the class, all static variables, static methods also will be loaded along with the class, right? Now, whenever you try to invoke a static method, directly by using a class name, we can invoke a static method, right? Static means what? How many times I need to allocate a memory for that? Only
Only one time.
Only once.
once.
Just once.
Only once, right? If I have a variable, see, in an employee class, I may have a variable like name, right? What else? ID number, and also company name. If I am creating any object of that employee class, how many times I need to allocate a memory for the name?
Just
Only
once.
once.
No, these are not a static variable. This is a static variable. See, the name for every object, the name will be different. Yes or no?
Yeah.
Right? ID will be different for each and every employee. But the company name, Mansa, I'm getting background noise, Mansa. Mansa, I'm getting a background noise. Take care, please. Yeah. Company name. How many times I need to allocate a memory for a company name? Only
Only once.
once. That company name can be shared across the objects because no need to change, right? Company name will be the same, but name and ID will be different. So I need to allocate a memory for each and every object individually, separately. Now understood the concept between the static and dynamic one. Similarly, I have a methods as well, right? Get all employees, get employee by name. Which is a dynamic out of these two methods? Yes,
Employee by name.
employee by name because it is taking us name argument for each and every name. There's a different structure for employee, right? I mean a different employee. So we need to create an object and that method will be shared, right? Sorry, that will be allocated separately. In that static case, that is the reason. directly by using a class name only once it is loaded into the memory along with the class. So get all employees, right? So what is the first one you understood? Right. Next, how to create an object in Java. You said that if you want to invoke a non-static method, I want to create an object. Okay, how to create an object?
By using new
What is it?
operator.
Variable of class type and then
Hmm.
equals to new.
New operator.
Okay. Okay. I have a class name. I will write first, then I will explain. Class name. Okay. Variable name equal to new. Next.
Employee.
Yes, next. What is that employee?
Employees. It's
Okay,
a
I will explain.
class.
I will
It's a
explain
class
this.
constructor. It's a constructor.
It's a constructor. Yeah, I will explain. So first, what is the syntax represents for? What is the syntax? Why we need to write the syntax? New is a keyword in Java. Once you write a new, my JVM will understand that we are going to create a new object. Okay, my JVM will understand that we are creating a new object. But object is of what type? See, in a memory, not only employee class, there will be a student class, there will be a company class, whenever any classes will be there, right? How my JVM is understand that we are going to create an employee type object by using a new keyword only to understand only we are creating an object. But what type of object? We need to declare that. That's why we'll write employee type object, right? Okay, in a memory, we are going to create a new object of employee. So directly declaring that it will not create an object. We need to use one thing called, in order to create one object, we need, or else we not, in order to instantiate any object, we need to create, sorry, we need to use one thing called constructor. It will also look like a class name only, but it will have some parenthesis. What did this parenthesis represents? Why we require that?
Mm, it's a kind of a method, right? So it can accept inputs if we allow.
To pass the arguments.
Okay, then what is this constructor called? It's a
It's an
Default
instance
default
of
constructor.
okay.
It's a default constructor. Default means what? Object will be created with all the features as per the class. If you want to pass any parameters, then it is called as a parameterized constructor. What do you mean by that? With a specific features, the object will be created if you pass the arguments here, right? Okay. Now, object got created in a memory location by using the constructor, by the type and a new keyword, or an object got created in a memory location, right? Now, if you want to invoke that non-static method, definitely first we need to access this object. In a memory, there are a number of locations. It will be everything in a binary format, right? So if you want to access, if you want to tell to JVM that memory, sorry, that object is located in so and so location, how you will tell? If you are relocated to some other location and your friend want to visit your house, then how you will tell that you are located so and so place? Address. Normally it is
Address.
an address. Same way in a memory location, can I give some name to that address?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
I'm just giving some name. EMP. In other words, I will call that as an, in Java we'll call that as an what? Objects reference, right? In other words, in this syntax, I'm taking that object into some variable called EMP. In other words, I'm taking that into some objects reference. So by using this objects reference, dot represents a reference, right? By using this objects reference, we are going to invoke non-static method present in it. How many non-static methods present here in the class?
One.
One.
Get employee by name. So understood the concept here, how to invoke a static and how to invoke a non-static methods, what is the syntax and why it is different for static and non-static. Is it clear?
Yes.
Any doubts for anyone? Not for the Java developers or who are having knowledge. who are not having a knowledge. Have you guys understood? These are important in order to understand the Java module. The same concept will be replicated there. Everyone understood?
Yes, Sujit. Yes, Sujit.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yes, right? So guys, if you are silent, I can't do anything. I mean, I will take it as a grant that you understood. Then I will move forward. We can't wait for too long time, right? Next. Once you understand the concept, let me start with the Java module. See, one of the Java developer has given a class to me. Okay. And that in that class, I have few methods, static and non-static methods. By using a Java module in a mule, I want to invoke the methods, static and non-static methods by using the Java module. So what is the difference between a module and a connector?
We can modify the module, but we cannot modify the connector.
Huh?
We
Go
can
with
write
this.
something in the module, but cannot write in the connector.
Is it?
Module contains some processes, connectors.
Getting new definitions. No problem. Think. Okay. Have you seen any module till now in our program?
Or module could be like
HTTP mod-
contain
Yeah,
multiple
we saw
connectors.
Yes,
Yeah,
Correct.
we saw
Multiple
HTTP.
connectors.
Yes, now I got the correct definition. So, have you seen any modules till now in our sessions?
HTTP.
HTTP is a module
HTTP.
which contains some connectors like listener, request, and all. Socket is a module which contains some connectors. Like that, I'm going to use Java module. Around 300 plus modules are there on Mule. Okay, in Mule, right? So, few of them we are taking to the sessions and discussing which are important, right? So we are using the Java module first. Why I have taken very maybe people will think who are from a Java background, they may think why the first module itself Java module, which is a critical one. So it's not a critical one, it's a very easy if you understand this concept. This concept if you understand, right? Let me show you how easy it is. See, till now we have created our own project. Now let me import a project from the workspace which I have given. See how my structure, I mean, this entire program within 20 to 25 days we are completing based on, that means with the help of the structure I created. So the folders which are given to you, in that, if you extract this Mule 4 labs and workspace, I already told in the previous session that you need to work on some lab documents by extracting this folder. So this is the document maybe you used, right? Now we are going to use a
Yes.
second document, Java module, right? So this is a document while you are practicing. That's what I'm going to discuss now. Now also. And now I said I'm going to import some workspace, right? So if you have seen here, there is a Mule for workspace zip file. Once you extract, you will be getting the all the projects, predefined projects given by me. Predefined projects mean don't think that some already code is developed, and no, I am following start and solution project. In the solution, according to the document, solution is available. In the start project, only the skeleton of the project, the Maven project has given. Okay, on top of that Maven project, I mean, you need to work on. It's a skeleton of the project. You need to write the particular topic code. Okay, sometimes what happened, if there is an application B, application C, A, three applications are there. Okay, C application is dependent on application A and B. So in the C, when I'm discussing about application C, do I need to discuss about application A and B? It's a waste of time. So that code already given in the application C. So on top of that, you can work. That is how we can save the time. So let me start with the first one. So here 01 Mule basic start, which represents in the Java module. Let me import that here. So how to import? Till now we have created a project. Go to the file, new, and a Mule project, right? Now let me import it. Go to the file. There is an option called import. Under the import, there is an AnyPoint Studio. The first option, AnyPoint Studio project from file system. From file system, I am going to import the AnyPoint Studio project. So browse for that. Where is that located? Under my desktop. This is the folder 01 Mule basic start. I'm going to import that. I'm using the Mule server 4.3. Finish. One more project will get created. one more thing, let me import a solution also. First time only in this session only I will going to import a solution project to show one concept. 01 Mule Basic solution. So here Mule Basic start and Mule Basic solution are related to Java concept, right? Java module concept, right? Now 01 demo is belongs to some basic stuff. Like that, if I have projects related to database, assume 3 projects related to database, 3 projects related to some other module, right? So instead of seeing in a project view, why can't I group module related together? This Mule Basic start and solution related to Java module, right? So I want to create one folder like Java. Under that folder, I want to place these 2 projects. Simple. I'm grouping it. How to group it? In other versions of your studio, it may be different, but the concept is same. That means the icon, the look and feel may be different. So right now, the view option is what? Right now, the menu option by default, we are able to see in a project view. That means the top level elements by default is a project view. Now let me convert into working sets. Working sets means the folder. You know one thing, what are the projects by default you are creating? All the projects by defaultly will be placed under the other projects behind the scenes. Okay, by default other projects got internally created. All the projects what you are created, those will be stored under other projects. So right now I want a new folder. Click on a new. I will give 01 basics. Select this demo. Add. Right. Finish. I want a new one more 02 Java. See, always follow the best practices only instead of using randomly. See here, right now I'm in a which view? Working set view. That means a folder view. I'm just grouping the projects, right? So right now I want to use which project? 01 Mule Basic start, right? This is the structure of your Maven project. That means Mule project, right? So as I said, one Java developer has given a class to me. I placed another src main Java. What is the class name? Yeah, what is the class name here?
Stock code service.
Stock code service. Everyone able to see, right? Stock code service is the class name. And how many methods present in that class I have?
2.
How many
2.
methods? 2 methods. Are of
Get
what
stock
type?
price.
Say hello, get stock price.
Of what type?
One is static and one is
One
not
is
static.
static
static
and other is
stock.
non-static.
One is static and one is non-static. How can you identify by using a keyword, right? What is the signature of this method? Signature will start from the type. So this is the signature or a definition, any word you can use. This is the signature of the method, right? Now, what is the static method name? First we'll see, we'll explain. See, I'm not concentrating on a code, not on a Java code. I just want to tell you there are 2 methods, 2 different type of methods. How to invoke these methods by using a Java module. That is the concept. That's why I have written a small logic here, right? Now tell me, what is the method name? Static method name?
Say hello.
Say hello.
Say hello.
Say hello is the method, and which is taking 2 input arguments. What are the 2 input argument? Variable names,
Name and city.
name and city.
Name and
Of
city.
what type? Of what type?
String type.
String type.
String type.
String is a part of which package in Java? If anyone aware? Lang package.
Java.io.
No, Java.lang package. Lang. Right? And what it is written in? In return, what is this method is written?
String.
Hello? Of course, it's a string. Hello?
It is concatenating with the name and city.
Concatenation 2 plus sign, right? Why I use only 1 plus sign? That is in data view, not in Java. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. What is the name? Whatever the value I pass through request, right? That is the name. From city, that is also value which I pass through request, right? And one more method I have. Is it a non-static or static? There is no static keyword. So by default, it's a non-static method. What is the method name? get stock price.
Stock
Our
price.
variable name is stock symbol, right? It is
Stock
also
symbol.
string type. It is also returning some value in a string. So what is the logic I have written? I use the if clause here, if else statements. If stock symbol, that means the value which I passed, that means from the request, which I get from the request, if it is equals, why can't I use two equal symbol here? Yes.
It only matches the values, not the type.
It is the logical equals. We'll call this as the logical equals predefined method in a Java. Equals which is taking the argument in what type? String type. That means if my client is passing MULE as a variable name, if it is equals to the logic present here, then it will return 100.
100.
Right? If I passed IBM, if it is equal, then it will return 200. First one will be filled, second will be written. Right? Else, it will, if you are not passing any mule or IBM, if you pass any other value, it will return stock does not exist. Very simple logic I have written in order to make everyone to understand. Right? Please try to understand this. If anyone new to this Java, don't get panic. I have only two methods, static and non-static method. Just I am going to invoke these two methods by using the Java module. Okay. So assume my client is sending some request in this way. So first I'm going to invoke a static method. So just for understanding purpose, again I'm writing static and uname equal to Sujit and uct equal to Hyderabad. Okay. Now this is the request. First, what is the connector I need to use in order to listen to this request?
Listener.
The design, while I'm designing, I deleted this configuration in my XML. How to create a configuration XML? New. Right click on this new. These points will not be repeated again and again. Okay, only for few first to few sessions only. Mule configuration file, then file name. I can give any name. I'm just giving a Java. Right now, what is the first connector I need to use?
Listener.
Which listener? JMS listener?
HTTP.
You need to specify. We are receiving HTTP request, HTTP listener. Let me drag and drop off the canvas. So the meaningful name, I need to give the meaningful name for the flow. What is the name I can give it? We are going to invoke a static. What is the functionality we are going to do here? We are going to invoke a static method. Why can't I write invoke static as a name? Right? Okay. So do I need to configure the listener config or else will be configured by default? Yes, someone is asking, someone is trying to speak with me.
To configure the path.
Yeah. So I need to use the connector configuration 8081 / what is the path?
Static.
Static is the path. Okay. Next, I want to use a Java module in order to invoke a static method present in that class. So how to add any module?
So we have to
add modules. Click on add modules. Just check is there any Java module? Yes. So do I need to drag and drop?
Drag into left
here or here?
No. In the left panel, right? In mule palette.
The palette, in the palette only. If you see, it is also a build path. You can consider this as a build path. Once you drop here, automatically, if you see on the left side, it will be updated as a connector. See, if we click on add, is it getting added? Yes. Yes. At the same time, the pom.xml also, it may get updated. You can see. Yes. Java module is added. Right. Okay. Next, in that module, as I said, every module will have some connectors, right? These are the connectors: invoke, static, and new. We will discuss about these three. This is not required. Invoke, static, and then new, right? So just understand the concept what we discussed, whether how to invoke static and non-static. The same logic applies here also, right? So first, I want to invoke a static method. Under this Java module, there is a concept, there is a connector called invoke static. If you have some time, just browse on that. I mean, hover the mouse on that, then you can read the statement and all. So let me drag and drop the invoke static. So what will be the input for this invoke static? What will be the input for this invoke static?
Name and city.
Name and city.
How will be the name and city? What
Class
will be
method
the
and the arguments.
no. What is the input for this invoke static?
Yeah,
Input in the
class.
sense.
Method name.
Input in the sense.
Oh,
You
the
need
class
to
name.
click
Class name dot method.
No, I'm not asking what is the input we are going to give. No. From the listener, what you are getting as an input to the invoke static?
Event.
Event. Yeah, event. Everything we need to think in an event perspective. Okay. Event will be propagated between the processors. You should never ever forget that. What you are going to configure, that is a secondary. What is the input already coming to the invoke static as of now? Event. What is the structure of an event here?
Contains
Attribute.
attributes, payload,
Yes.
and variables.
But do I have any attributes from the incoming request?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
query para.
Payload? Do you have any payload? No. Right? Have I created any variable here?
No.
No. So only attributes. Payload is empty. Right? Now, what I need to do? I need to specify which method I want to invoke. That means, what is a method? Static method, which is present in.
Static method.
You need to give the class name. What is the class name? Since it is there in my build path, just browse for that. Browse for a Java class. Or else, if you want to create, if you are experts in Java, then if you want to create your own class, click on a plus sign. It will give a structure to create a class or anything. If you have some knowledge, you can use it. Otherwise, someone has given, and if you want to use that, just browse for that. What is the class name?
Stock code service.
Stock code service under this package, right? There is a different story again why the package is required. Anyone can tell in one line why the package is required? Once I'm getting the background noise, that's why I muted your mic. Yes. Why we require a package name? Single name.
To avoid name collision.
Exactly. To just get exactly the class which you're looking for. That if you have multiple classes with the same name, that can be bifurcated by using a class name. Sorry, by using a package. Right? It's like a folder. You can treat package if you're not able to understand. It's like a folder. Right? So select that stop code service. Now, how many methods present in the stop code service? Static methods?
2 methods.
Non-static.
One static.
Static.
Only one.
One static method. If you have multiple static methods, you can select from the drop down, right? So here automatically it fetched the static method from the class. But what is the second line here? If you click on a drop down, I got one more. What is that?
Method.
Yeah. What is it?
It's the non-static method.
Java dot.
So where is the non-static? What is the name of this non-static method? Different, right?
Yes.
It both are say hello methods only, no? So simple. It's nothing but a metadata of your method. Metadata means what? See, this method is taking two arguments of what type? String type. String is part of lang package. That's what it is written. Okay, by default. There is a metadata of your method. Now, I want to pass some values to this variables. Name and city. Right? How to pass an input argument? There is an args tab. If you click on this FX button, it will switch to expression mode. Right? Now let me go to the graphical view. See, automatically, see here output said name and city. It is fetched from the method, right? Because sometimes when you are practicing, if you are 8 GB of RAM size, you may not see the name and city. You may see arg0 and arg1 because my data sense is not able to pick the names. Okay, no need to panic over there. Go ahead and write your expressions and go ahead and deploy. Automatically, it will treat arg0 as a name, arg1 as a city only. Okay, instead of arg0 and arg1, it is giving as a name and city. Both are same. Don't get worried over there. Right now, we have an input part, we have an output part, right? Previously till now, if you want to extract a query parameters from the expression from the URL, you have written the expressions. What is the expression? In order to extract the query parameters from the URL, what is the
Message,
expression we'll write?
message
Yeah.
dot
Attributes
query
dot query
params
parameter.
dot attribute.
Attributes dot query params dot so and so key, right? Now you don't need to write it. Once you have an input and output metadata, you don't want to write it. So what is the input for this invoke static as of now? Event. In that event, I have an attributes. HTTP request means HTTP attributes, headers. So out of that, what type of header we are getting here? What type of attribute?
Query params.
Query param. So is there any query parameter attribute here? Yes, right? Simply drag and drop onto this name. Instead of you writing the expression, automatically it will be created. But why it is not allowed? Actually, there we have to write some syntax. That is a transformation syntax. Just we need to declare. We are writing a see attributes dot query params. Is it not a data view expression? Yes, right? When you are writing a data view
Yes.
expression, just we need to declare what is the language we are using. Data view 2.0. And what is the output of this? Just we need to declare that as well. Output application slash, by default it's a Java, right? 3 hyphens are a separator between header and the body. So this is the default syntax for any transformer. Okay, for any transformer this is the default syntax. Nowadays they are not giving with the studio. Previously by default we will be getting the syntax. Nowadays we are not getting that. It's up to you whether you want to write a first line or not. Okay, it's an optional. If you're not writing that also, that's fine, right? So now if I drag and drop this query parameter, automatically it is, if I drop here, you can see name under the name attribute, the expression is written. Just you need to write the key. What is the key? To name.
Name.
And comma separated. Next, or else simply drag and drop this again on the city. Explicitly not right to not required, right? You query params dot use it.
City.
Save and done. Now go to the expressions here in the arc step. It is in expression mode and it got deployed. It's up to you whether you want to write a logger or not. Let me deploy this. So first, what happens here when I run the project? What happens? Repeatedly, I am telling that. What happens? What are the logs we are getting here? From where and what? Yeah, in a step-by-step process.
You'll
Once
get the return.
Pardon?
You'll see the message return from the method.
That is an output. I'm not talking about that. What happens here when I click on the run the project? What are the logs? What is happening?
Project is getting built. Dependencies are getting downloaded from the repository, and project is getting built. And once the project is built, it will get deployed to the server.
Where is the server?
You have to start the server. Server and get it deployed.
Yeah, in a sequence. First, it will build the project as a Maven project. Once the build is success, then my Mule runtime will start. Embedded Mule runtime will start. On that Mule runtime, your application will be deployed. Right? So, what is the application name? 01 Mule basic start under default domain. It got deployed successfully. If I send this request, what is the response I need to get? Hello, Sujit from Hyderabad. Okay, this is the response I got on the client. Right? This is how you need to invoke a static method. Now, the challenge with the non-static method. This is a little bit tricky to understand. That means, if you understand the concept.
Sujit, I got a question.
Yes, please.
Here we don't have the event processor, right? We haven't set the payload. Where it got set? The static function is just returning the string, right? So how is the payload getting set?
Everything is an event, as I said, behind the scenes. What is the output of the static invoke static component or connector? The method invoked. What is the output of the method that will be acting as a payload?
Oh, it will automatically get assigned to the
Yes,
payload.
yes. Every time we don't want to use a set payload. For the demonstration purpose, I said use a set payload component to give out explicitly hello world as a payload value, because we are not
I see.
using any other components there, right? That's why use the set payload component. Every time not required, right?
Oh, so
Output of
byte.
particular component will be acted as a payload.
I see.
The body, basically the body will be acted as a payload, right?
Okay. Okay.
Next. Now, it's a little bit tricky to understand about now how to invoke a non-static method. It's not a tricky, it's the easiest one if you understand the concept what I discussed, right? What is the first step? Assume that I'm getting some
Create object.
non-static and stock equal to IBM. Okay, this is the simple request I'm getting. So first one, what I need to do? I need to use a listener. I can use the same configuration, but the path should be different. Again, I will be getting a questions through WhatsApp or a mail. Why I'm using the path as a non-static only? You can use any for that matters according to the requirement. Okay, it's not a flow name or it's not an defined one. You can use any, right? Don't get confused why we are using same name for a flow name and a path. You can use any. Okay. So first I configured a listener. Then what is the next step? Under the Java module, what is the first step? First we need to create an object.
Object.
How to create an object? What is the keyword? First we need to use
New.
We have a connector called new. Just drag and drop this new. Right? Next. By using a new connector, we are telling to JVM that we are going to create an object. We declared that. But what type of object? We need to give the class name. Stock code service. Of course, it is giving from a cache. Stock code service. Automatically, it will fetch the constructor. As I said, we required a constructor to instantiate that object. So by default, it will take the default constructor you have seen here, right? If you want to pass the parameters, you know how to pass the parameters by using this arg step, correct? Next, and let me go with the default. See, now what we have done, automatically the object got created by using a new connector, by using the constructor, object got created. And you know one thing, in this new connector only there is something called advanced tab. It acts like a variable. See, whatever the payload, what is the payload of this new connector? The object created, right? That object is taken, it will be taken into some variable. This is the syntax we use in a set variable also, right? Target value and target name, variable name. So what is the variable I can give? Always the best practice is short form of your class name. Yes, Q, yes. Stock code service is an object which is stored in the SQS, right? Now, what is the next step? I have created an object. I have taken that into objects reference. Then what is the next step? I need to invoke the method present by using a objects reference. So I need to extract the value present in that object. How to extract and where to extract it. Under the Java module, we have invoke connector. Just drag and drop the invoke connector after the new. So what will be the input for this invoke right now? The object, right? How to get that? Instance is nothing but an object, right? The instance on which method will be invoked, that is nothing but. So how to access that instance? Switch to expression mode. It is stored in some variable. How to extract that? What is the keyword to use?
Where's.
Where's dot. I have created only one variable, right? SQS, right? Now, what is the method I want to invoke? Get stock price, right? So how many non-static methods present in that? If I give a class name, let me give a class name, stock code service. How many non-static methods present in that class?
One. Only one.
Okay, if I click on a drop down, how many are able to see? One or two?
You can
Two.
see
Or
only
multiple?
one.
We can't see any.
Oh, if I click on a drop down, we can see something, right? What is that?
Two of them, I think.
Only two?
Yeah, metadata and the actual method.
No. That means you can consider that as one only, not two. That is a
Sure,
metadata.
one.
That is not a separate method. How many of you are here from Java background? Java background. Don't worry, please raise, no problem. I'm not going to ask any question. Java developers. No one. Okay. So what is the mother of all classes? What is the parent class for all?
Object.
Object class, right? Whenever in Java, whenever you create a method, what and all the methods we can access? All the non-static methods present in that object class also can be accessed. Yes or no? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Yes.
From where I got all this? From the object class.
Yeah, it's
Don't
all
worry, guys.
inherited.
Pardon?
It's all inherited actually.
Exactly. The inheritance. Okay, maybe if people not from Java background, they may get confused with the inheritance concept and inheritance word and all. No worries. Whenever you create any object in Java, since this mule is also behind the scenes, it's Java. So whenever you create an object, by default, object class methods. By default, object class is having some non-static methods. So that non-static methods can be also invoked, right? So right now, what is the method I want to invoke? Apart from, along with the non-static methods from the object class, we have created an object for stock code service. That stock code service non-static methods also will be there. So what is the non-static method? Get stock price, right? I need to pass the arguments for that. Can you please tell me how to pass the arguments?
By clicking args,
Arg
Small.
tab, yeah,
mapping,
mapping. If you want to map it, you need to
Data
write some syntax.
percentage DW
Not required. That is
DW
optional.
2.0
Java.
output 3 dots.
Okay. Now I'm not going to drag and drop. I'm not going to map it. I want to write it explicitly. Can you please help me out? What is the variable name?
Stock symbol.
Message dot attributes dot
Query, URI
stock
parameters.
price,
Why you are?
query parameter.
Query.
As string is required or not?
Is required.
Why required?
It's set in a string value.
I'm not writing any string value, right? I'm not concatenating this with any string, no? Why I want to write it? But got my point now? We are, see, in the method I'm concatenating, that is different. Here, in this expression, am I concatenating with any string?
No.
No, right? Not required. Stock symbol, message, and this message also, is it required?
No.
Not required. Got it? Save and click on done. So you can see the same thing. Now I just saved it. Automatically it got restarted. Can I send a request? Again, I'm restarting it. So if I send IBM, what is the response I need to get from the method?
200.
Either 200 or 100. I'm not aware. 200. Now
100. Sorry.
No, it does not exist.
stock does not exist. The third option, right? Hope you understood, everyone. How to invoke a static and how to invoke a non-static method. Yes. Straight away, if I take you to
Yes.
Java module and if I try to explain that, I don't think so many people will understand without this concept. Is it helpful? What I have given the introduction about Java in how we'll do in Java. Is it helpful?
Yes.
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 Okay. But till now, we have created applications. Someone is very hurry. I don't know. Yesterday also someone has left without concluding the session. Now also someone has left. I don't know why they are very hurry. Okay. Till now, I have created. We have created the applications where in our what is the ID we used? Anypoint Studio, right? Okay. Once you create application where we deployed
Mule runtime.
where is that Mule runtime is hosted and where it is
It's embedded in
embedded in my Anypoint Studio itself, right? This will be helpful in a development environment. When you are developing, you can deploy the application instantly and you can check the response as well. Assume that you have created the Mule application. Now, where you will deploy that? In the production environment?
The
In
cloud.
the production environment. Huh?
Cloud.
Okay, cloud is one option. I said that 3 deployment strategies: on-prem, hybrid, and a cloud hub deployment.
Cloud Hub.
Right? Everywhere, anywhere you require a Mule runtime. That host where it is hosting is a different. Either it is an on-premise or hybrid model. There is a story for that. And cloud hub, everything is on a cloud. Runtime is hosting on a cloud. Right? Tomorrow we'll discuss about this application only. This as 01 Mule basic start application, we are going to deploy on a 2 strategies by using a 2 strategies. One is on-prem and on a hybrid model, right? Tomorrow we'll discuss about what is the runtime structure, how my runtime, when I start the runtime, what is the behind the scene, what happens behind the scenes when I start the execute button, right? What is the main configuration file, how it read, and based on the configuration, how my Mule runtime is getting started, and how to pass the runtime arguments. Many things we are going to see in the on-premises. That basically you will understand what is the Mule runtime. Okay, what is the main configuration file to start the runtime. Okay, let me stop here.
I got a question, Sujat.
Yes, please.
Right now, you had created the class within the project. What in case if I want to access a class outside, like for example, I have a jar file. So will I be able
What is
to
the
access
Maven?
the class? I'm
Are
sorry.
you aware of Maven?
Yeah. So you want me to add that one as a dependency and then
Exactly.
okay, got it.
Exactly.
Thank you.
Got it?
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Hey, Sujit, I don't see that option to merge the project.
Merge the project.
Yeah, you kept it inside one folder, right?
No, he's talking about a grouping, I guess. So
Yeah, grouping. Sorry.
Oh, grouping. Okay. Which version you are using, Srikant?
It's I think the 7.7 or 8.
Okay. I will also look into that. Where is your name? I will just give an access to you. Yeah, given access. Oh, where is the option?
Yeah.
First of all, Package Explorer.
Let me go.
You are not getting confused with these many XMLs? Are you not getting confused?
With these?
Not this one. Not about the code. Many XMLs are listed over there.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay,
Click on
right
these
here.
3 dots. Yes, you got it. Top level elements.
Okay, so working set.
Yes. Watch the video again. Just practice it. Okay.
Okay.
Same options.
And
Same options.
okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
And Suji, yesterday I asked